What's new, Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you.
Gonna find you guilty.
I hope not.
He's gonna be guilty.
Oh, wait,
We're gonna
whoops.
find him guilty.
This isn't the game where we play as Edgeworth.
But what if?
Did that ever get put into America?
As I understand it, they released the first one, but not the second one.
Oh, see, I have no clue about those, so.
They say the second one is the good one, which is why they didn't release it.
I guess not.
Of course.
Man.
Anyway, court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is pouring some lemonade, Your Honor.
Pass some of that my way, Edgeworth. The defense has no lemonade and is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Payne, pass this out to everybody except for Phoenix.
Give him
right away.
the special lemonade.
He gave this especially for you, Mr. Phoenix.
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Why don't they want to hear my opening statement?
You're not important enough.
Oh.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call a most familiar face,
Oh no.
Detective Gumshoe, to the stand.
Oh boy.
Hey,
We get to ruin this man's career even more.
I can't go any further. You're at minimum wage.
Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that worked at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. She's a nice lady. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past there, that's out of the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. See, look. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, about 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. You see? He died. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to that whole thing again?
No.
Why would we listen to it again?
just in case he got it wrong.
He's like, oh, that was just a joke.
Oh, okay. I think I can probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval.
You got a spear for that. Wow.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is... colon. What did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call this security officer to the stand.
Wait, you don't want my... Oh,
Get out of here,
okay.
Gumshoe,
Oh.
before I dock you again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Will the witness declare her name?
I'll go.
Oh my, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their name. Wendy Oldbag, dearie.
Oh, that's really her name. Huh.
Wendy Oldbag. Just call me Grandma. When I was young, I was an old bag. The children would make fun of me. Can you believe it? There's this boy, Captain at the chess club. He called me an old bag. He just cried because...
Objection! Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, dear, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you?
You know your stuff, dearie. I guess unless they, like, parachuted from a plane or something.
It's a possibility.
Come to think of it, I did see a couple planes fly over.
What's all that noise?
Go, go, go! Well, no one passed by me. I guess it's fine.
Not my problem.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hiffle of an old bag.
Well,
I'll show you, Hiffle.
Like a bag out of hell.
Hey.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through. Had to wave ocean, head to wave ocean. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run in that morning.
You're great at your job.
Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
Aw, shucks.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, here we go. We gotta beat this old bag.
With our nightsticks and bats.
Once a cop, always a cop. Hold it!
It's like a pinata, but not properly functioning spleens come out instead of candy.
No, it's the old hard candy.
Her bones are made of that. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gates, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You would need an employee card key to get in. And I definitely wouldn't insinuate that another employee killed him.
What?
Right, the card key that I have.
The one that killed the guy, you know.
Yeah,
That
just
card
a head
key?
right in his chest. So what she's saying is no one who isn't supposed to be there could get in.
Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station?
Sadly, your cute face wasn't there.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Well, okay. I'll run through. They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. And then Hammer was run through by a spear.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping, when he was supposed to be practicing.
I'm glad at my job.
Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon?
Well, I had some errands to run that morning.
Like murder?
Well, actually, I was shopping for tampons.
Oh.
Alright, next question.
Moving on.
What kinds of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at your guard station? Oh, whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Speaking of, where is that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too.
You already did.
With a spear?
Oh.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Seems easy.
Haha, I can't quit being a cultist.
They won't allow me.
It'd keep crazy people like her off the, off the streets. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station.
Whoa.
Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
Anything for you, cutie.
Maybe if you give Grandma a little sugar.
Give Grandma a kiss.
I was at the main gate from then until 5. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course, I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
It bothers me her teeth are just perfectly aligned.
Yep. You could use her like a nutcracker. No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the game and eat donuts at the same time.
Impossible.
Snapper whapper!
Snapper Wapper?
Maya, don't repeat that word.
Oh! Old Windbag is losing it, Nick.
That's one of the 13 bad words.
Why don't you raise an objection?
So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see?
Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Did it? I don't know. How did you know that?
You just told me, Fox Boy.
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked.
Oh no, you weren't supposed to tell them.
You asked me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
He's taking notes. Oh no.
Where Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard.
Oh man.
Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. 2? You're sure? Sure as spit!
Oh,
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't you get your skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell y'all who it was.
Skivvies.
It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny?
Nick, get that wax out of your ears.
huh?
This is
sorry.
your chance. No one's looking.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you. All right, this is your chance, though.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him.
Ah, jeez, man, we gotta nail her on this.
Do it.
Freezing?
Powers?
I don't think anyone wants to nail old Barry.
Unless.
I want to nail Miss Old Witch.
Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo.
Of course, Your Honor, now that it's too late. I'm presenting new evidence the court hasn't seen.
It's how we do things here in America.
Yeah.
What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Photos with autographs on sale. Mrs. Oldbag! Or Miss Oldbag. Can't imagine somebody would want to marry you. This is the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Did your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. Smack! But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
Nick, heresy!
How dare you?
Her mouth got so huge for a second. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
Far from it, actually.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness.
Yeah, she strikes me more as like a Cretaceous period.
I was here before the dinosaurs.
I used to ride dinosaurs to school.
In 12 feet of snow. 12 miles up.
Yeah. Young millennials, they don't understand. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Hump, nosy old man.
Oh.
Of course I have proof.
What?
Oh,
Even Edgeworth is surprised.
the prosecution would like to ask the witness.
Nice save.
Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
He didn't even give it a second look.
Oh,
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Grandmas
You should
always
be.
are.
She should be an attorney.
Well, let's hear about your proof then.
Show us the man in the photo.
I'm taking a look at the man in the photo.
Huh.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. You know, in the only picture we've ever seen. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Uh-oh, I pressed too hard.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you.
I bet
Whoa, hold
I bet
on.
that's where the contradiction is.
What? Hold on.
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youth today always whining about each other, pointing
Oh,
fingers and
no.
that. It's
Here
enough
she
to make an
goes
old lady
again.
want to cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
Hey, you're pointing your finger too.
I think Edgeworth has met his match. Match
Don't
made
say
in
it
heaven.
like that.
Heyo.
That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, Will Powers died.
Who was present at the run through?
There was a zombie Will Powers. Let's see, there was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. The poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run through then.
I saw Powers trip and fall.
Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. Oh, what's a laugh.
Samurais can't fall.
Samurais aren't completely stupid like he is.
Oh.
So Power sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
Let me give it a kiss. Mwah. All
The
better.
kiss of death. Oh, my ankle!
You helped make it better?
I
Yay.
kissed it where it hurt. His pride.
Well, let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her, she was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankle.
Hmm.
You may continue your testimony.
He broke one of those props. It was a big mess.
He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
Samurai spear. The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
And she kissed it better.
This strikes me as a significant detail. Kissing the murder weapon? I'd better write this down in a court record.
Hey, the samurai spear, it broke and then it was duct taped.
Huh. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Yeah, hold on there. Was Mr. Power's ankle badly sprained?
Did you not just hear me?
Or was it radly sprained? Oh!
Not so
Whoa,
bad,
dude.
but he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
But you just said...
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay.
I think we've heard enough.
You didn't give me a chance to present evidence.
Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is...
Where is this steel samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Your Honor.
What?
Your Honor! Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. WP, as they say. Will Powers. Your Honor,
What?
wake up!
Oh,
5 more minutes, Hedgeworth. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Object.
Object.
Hold it right there,
criminal scum.
criminal scum. You must pay the fee. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
What? Yeah, something. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. I love
Again?
the sound of my own voice.
Whoa.
Indeed.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
Amazing.
Oh, so if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the still samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I'm going back to bed.
She falls asleep too.
Oh.
Careful, everybody. I think there's narcolepsy spreading.
Time before Old Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True.
What?
Poor MC Hammer.
How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything.
I see. Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts.
I'll do whatever you want, pal.
That's how he got so big.
The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers.
Are you absolutely sure?
No. Quite sorry. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Not one.
Nobody suspicious looking. Right.
That's your name.
That's me. No one else went there.
What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before one? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in.
No one can hop that. Nah.
Not a soul. I tried it myself, and with my brittle knees, it was impossible.
Nope, no one's getting past this 3-foot wall.
Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. I also just remembered our anti-aircraft setup, so nobody could have got in from above.
Darn, that was what I was relying on.
That was the whole crux of my argument. Are you sure?
The witness has answered the question.
What?
Yeah. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
Sorry, I'm so sleepy. That's right, Sonny! You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy.
He's the edgy boy. Oh, my soul.
Old Windbag sure has balls. Well, you know what I mean.
No, I think you're onto something.
Maybe.
I think Wendy Oldbag is actually Willie Oldbag. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps?
Oh no, so
What?
rude.
I get lost?
You're yeah. You're gonna get an old windbag and grow some balls.
Yup. It's your ball bag.
Oh.
Let's. Oops, not that one. I
Hey,
don't
what did
care.
you do with the... Oh, okay, bye. Oh, there's
I
a nice
don't
picture
care
of you
about
guys.
it.
Oh, it's so good to see all my friends
Old
again.
Windbag sure has balls. Let me say it again.
You guys need to stop with the
Would you
windbag
quit
balls.
talking about my balls?
Let's take a look. Let's see. At time of death, 10, 15.
And my
30.
balls? Okay.
No! No! Objection. The witness may leave.
Okay, so they're talking about how the spear broke, right?
Murder
like that
weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. He's dragging his leg. Let's take
oh,
a look.
no.
Is there duct tape on that? Not really.
Doesn't it?
I mean, it's in black and white, so.
Yeah.
And then he went from the employee area. He passed the gate and kept going. Apparently, makes sense.
Yep.
Let's see. If they had, I would have seen them. No one else went there. The only person I saw in the studio before then was Will Powers.
Objection! Look at this photo. You can't tell it's him.
I mean, that might be it. Time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 a.m. That's true.
Yep.
The person I saw then go to the studio before then was Will Powers. I mean, do we really just do it again? This is at 2.
Yeah, the time checks out.
I don't see anywhere where we're supposed to do the samurai suit.
I know.
No one else went there. Wait. It says number 2.
Yeah, that's photo number 2! Here we go. Good catch. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Thanks, Nickelback.
You got my back, Nickel. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
They really want to show us this.
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right.
Part ostrich.
Anyway,
Oh.
it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all the security cam data.
Oh, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
Better save that for Detective Gumshoe. He might be out of the job soon.
Yeah.
After I snuff it, of course.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
It could also be that it's the same photo and this is the second print, but never mind.
Don't undermine this, please.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 5th. Really, Sonny?
15.
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it really was the only photo?
Wow, the Mets. I
Oh,
love
that's
them.
incredible. I already have 2 photos of the Mets, actually.
Oh, you want to trade?
Yeah.
Order, order! I'm awake, I'm awake! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for 1 of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself.
You watch your mouth, whippersnapper.
Snapper Whipper.
I'll snap your whip.
Oh,
Wait.
The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Huh. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
Thank goodness.
I can't believe I wanted to snap your whip.
But I'll always forgive you.
Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
So, well, let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
Wow, I mean, these are good cards, man.
Thanks.
I see. Your testimony, please.
The other person?
What's
What's
me?
this mean?
I went by, grabbed the spear, shoved it through the guy's chest, and then walked on my merry way.
Oh.
Shoved it through like I did with the donuts.
I made him a donut. Get it?
It was like spreading butter.
What? Every day after I finish... Who puts butter on a donut, really? Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do.
It's just like a bagel, but sweeter.
I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check
Scurity.
the scary computer. That's where I play Five Nights at Freddy's. And I check them.
Thank you.
I said that. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Wow.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Right.
Well, I'd say this is a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
You're right.
You're right.
I know, right?
Whose right are we talking about?
Wait, you're right or my name, right?
Left.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do.
Huh?
Hold on there. Another job?
That's right, and so are you. I check all the people that pass that pass by the main gate. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes.
Did you back up all of the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. I don't even understand how to get solitaire to run. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
I thought it was book club.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo. I'm gonna lie down and take a nap.
Okay.
Well, who in the heck was in the photo you erased?
Humph! A fanboy.
Fanboy?
It was me, Nick. I was there.
Yeah, I put the spear right through him like he couldn't.
I helped the Steel Samurai.
But that contradicts things because you're not a boy. Are you?
You don't
Wanna
know
find
anything
out?
about me.
Oh, shoot. That's why she's so flat.
stomachs. I could be anything I want, Nick.
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. Oh dear gosh. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in?
I couldn't even present that.
I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area.
You want to cover that? Nah, we're fine.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
Little rats. Cockroaches.
We're the rats. I told you they were freaks. They're rats.
Oh, rats.
Oh, and he's the giant rat who makes all the rules.
And
They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Murderers?
Yeah.
kids? So on the photo that you erased,
It was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What?
Mets.
Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. My hips aren't as good as they used to be.
Oh.
But they don't lie.
Of course not. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
He has dreams, Edgeworth.
Well, I'm here to refute them.
I think it's quite heavy.
No, it's quite easy. You could just do it like this.
Oh, good point.
Alright, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on?
I thought you would tell me.
Nope. I mean, the boy was there, not me. That makes him a suspect.
yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
The court will take a 5-minute recess. Go outside and play. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11:08. It was an hour and 8 minutes. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
The whole crowd goes on recess like, Mets.
Oh, give me that baseball card. Yeah, it's legendary.
Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight. Are you gay? Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
How do you tell that straight to someone?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? I was just sleeping.
Hold on.
The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick,
Watch your tongue.
What are we going to do?
First, we play for more time.
First, we play some more. Play hopscotch.
Okay.
I mean, it is recess. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right, you could have done it. And
No, Maya, stop.
it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Oh, autistic. I'm sorry.
Alright, watch your tongue there, buddy.
Hey, Nick, watch your tongue. It's time.
And okay, let's go.
You're doing great.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Like death?
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter?
No.
The prosecution's thoughts are simple.
Bunga bunga.
Yes, indeed. Nothing has changed, Unga Bunga. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. Slap. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
Excuse you, Your Honor. The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Oh, really?
The Mets?
The Mets?
They could have done it.
No! Order! Interesting.
Why do we have these guys?
We're here for the popcorn.
Yeah!
Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly at accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Okay, I was just gonna say it was Edgeworth.
Excuse me.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
Steaks?
Quiet, Miles.
So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
Is it the assistant girl?
Well, he said it. What is it, Mr. Wright?
It's the assistant girl. Obviously.
He said it.
Because we can't blame anybody else.
Okay.
The others have already fallen under scrutiny. It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai. It's that easy.
So, you're saying the steel samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor.
No. That's it, Unga Bunga. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? I hated that show. He was dragging his foot.
I see you were a fan of the bearded samurai. Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling time.
Slam. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury.
Powers and Boy Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, her. She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Oh, that's a good point.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have lived.
That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to paralyze you as I have warned.
Shoot. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
I've seen.
That's
May we move on? Mr. Wright,
This fight isn't over yet. I've got more baseless accusations. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please.
It was the Mets. No, boo!
very well, go ahead.
Oh yeah, we did take damage.
Yep.
So, who was the person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
The assistant girl! The assistant girl!
Let's do that one 2 more times, and then make
Game
it.
over.
Yep. Gosh, that's a real question.
Is it though?
Because here's my thing is that they already said, like, they already kind of made it sound like it couldn't be the schoolboy, and we haven't technically accused Oldbag yet, but that seems less likely than the schoolboy.
I think the main reason the assistant girl didn't work is because, like, oh, they knew he had a limp. Who knew he had a limp? You know?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
was watching him when he got
That's true. The
sprained?
security lady would know about the limp then.
Yeah,
So.
that's what it seems to be.
So what shall it be?
Let's say the security lady.
The assistant girl!
It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? Where am I? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through? There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper?
Yeah, Mets.
Wow, the Mets are safe.
Yeah, the Mets are snapping those whips.
We might win this season.
Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Mrs. Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi.
You ugly. You ugly.
Wow.
And you have no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Steal the steel. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the troubles of wearing the Steel Samurai costume, huh?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Thought you were a
Oh, yeah.
lawyer, not a
Right here.
detective.
Sherlock Holmes 2, baby.
Electric Boogaloo.
I'm Robert Downey Jr. Huh? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces?
Meow.
Meow, Mr. Wright.
Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new darning evidence?
No, it's fine. Take her in.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, Does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
I have a pun. Stop badgering the old badger, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
Anyway, the prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time, honestly.
Oh no!
What? Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it?
Just getting the grave early.
Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
Even after my pun.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way.
Press further or give Granny a break.
I say we press Granny further.
Alright.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler. Though, as you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
I didn't need to know that. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
I didn't need to know that. That boy is not the killer.
Oh, what? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders today, whippersnapper?
Man, the kids are our future. You're hogging all the social security.
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. And it better not be your attorney's badge.
Uh-oh.
Darn. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder.
Oh, you shouldn't have pushed it.
I guess that's true. I think it's the cart.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's give it a try. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first.
We knocked the wind out of her.
There's no
Very
room for
well.
fails.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name?
Butts.
Something butts, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Bye. You did it! You convicted the innocent lady!
Oh, wait a second! I'm not just gonna sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me, the tree.
Wait,
I'm
You're as old as
talking.
one?
yeah. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? We were just gonna throw you in for murder.
You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about.
Have you admitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about?
By whom? Not me.
Huh, you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
That's a first.
Well, testify!
Whoa, my lips were sealed.
Mm-hmm. My generic old person voice, but yeah.
Perfect.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Wait.
Hi.
They said they had nothing to do with it, see? That means it must be true.
Obviously.
So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. I was like, yeah, that's an alibi to get you away from murder.
Huh? What? Anyway.
But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not going to let them get away scot-free.
Oh, Miss Oldbag! Oh, this is crucial information. Oh, why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening?
No, I've been sleeping.
Oh, I see. Nighty-night.
Good night.
What a good judge. They told me to shut my trap, but I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Let's feel the power of the windbag.
Shouldn't we wait for her to actually say, like, stuff about them and then cross-examine that?
Nah.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something.
What?
So you were told not to talk?
Can you imagine? Hey, Windbag, could you shut up?
Okay.
Yes! Finally!
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
How did you not?
Because
hear
I
it?
was told not to, idiot.
Weren't you just listening?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder.
There we go. Nah, just Windows popped up.
Would you like to update Windows 10?
Oh, do I get Windows 11 now?
No, you get Windows 7.5.
Oh, okay, I'll take it.
All right.
Who were these people?
Well, the director and producer, for starters.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director?
Improv.
Oh. Of course, improv.
Improv.
Yeah, it was all improvised. Even with the director there, he was like, BRB, gonna go murder a dude. And we were like, okay. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
I wouldn't call them people.
They're from Hollywood. They're not exactly people.
They eat flies and have lizard tongues.
Their eyes move in different directions.
You know, Hollywood.
They just grunt and say the word money at each other.
Money, money, money.
Money. Ooh, ooh. Unga bunga, me want money.
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, so aggressive.
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
There's 2 of them?
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is.
What? How come we didn't see that?
We were told it was irrelevant.
Yeah. There was a
You go
monkey
through the
head
gates
blocking
and
the
all the
path.
way to the left. Past the dead monkey statue.
You gotta pat it
where
for
the
good
monkey-
luck.
The path where the monkey's head was falling over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but...
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Your Honor? I like your beard.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, you win this one. Sorry. Sorry, Edward.
Suck it, Edward.
What?
He complimented my beard. I've yet to hear a compliment from you.
Yeah, go find a different person to accuse. We have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present.
Do they use them in the set?
Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
Okay. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about those other people who have just been told of.
Ugh.
I really felt that in my controller.
I understand, Your Honor.
With the power of HD Rumble, I felt his individual teeth grinding.
It's so real. It's like I'm really there, sticking my hand in his mouth.
It hurts.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Bye. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
No, I'm right.
Wait.
Ah, really? It's nothing. Grin. Oh, or should I sniff?
Sniff.
No, you should definitely grin. We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
Oh, I don't think it was her. Really?
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kinda sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right! We'll be back to visit you soon.
I have to go back. Oh. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
To
get
be
back in the box.
continued.
All right, that was a great session day. See you next week.
Yeah, that was
All
a lot
right.
of
Cool.
fun.
Oh, where do
Till
we
next
put
time.
this one?
We were that close to finishing off.
Yeah, we were.
Whoops.
That's how it goes.
4 and 6.